So One Book, One School started a while ago when Amy Heinert was the librarian here, and she had an idea to get everybody to build a community of readers around one book. And so we started with Charlotte's Web, and the idea behind One Book, One School is really to celebrate the love of reading. And we do it by picking a book that everybody reads at the same time, and we do activities and discussions kind of based around that. We just did our launch, which is one of the fun things. It's a big secret. Everything's top secret until that time when they find out what we're going to read. For our launch event to get ready for One Book, One School, leading up to the event on Monday, I picked 10 pictures that are kind of show up throughout the book. And random times throughout the day, they would get a picture up on their view board, and teachers kind of just pretended like, weird, a painter or a refrigerator. And we had all different stories about what was going on. Some kids thought we were getting hacked. Some kids had connections between what they thought the pictures were going to tell us. And then on Friday, we had a surprise assembly in the gym, and we had a guest. Mr. Popper came and helped us to reveal the clues that had to do with the book. So we drew names out of a bucket, and those kids came up to reveal the balloon that had the pictures that they'd been seeing all week come up on their board. So we started to get some ahas. And then our biggest box was a huge refrigerator box that had our inflatable penguin in it. And so then we revealed it was Mr. Popper's penguins. And I told a little bit about the book, and then we have two fabulous teachers here that were willing to lead us in some penguin dances. In the books, the penguins learn routines to different songs, and when they hear that song, they know what they're supposed to do on stage. So we picked 3 different songs, and we had all the kids stand up and do some dancing with us, and then they all left with their book to bring to their classroom.
We just kicked off One Book, One School, and that's something that Mrs. Boyle plans and organizes. We had an amazing kickoff, and the students were really excited to learn about the new book. It's always kept a secret until that kickoff time, and then she really has engaging activities both in the library classroom and then things for classroom teachers to do to support student engagement with that One Book, One School, where we're all reading one book at the same time.
So we have a whole team of teachers that's willing to help and brainstorm ideas, and we picked the book this year, Mr. Popper's Penguins. That is just a classic. It was written back in 1939, I think, which is a book that a lot of kids haven't read, so it's kind of fun to expose them to maybe a book that their parent or grandparent has read, and then just create a lot of good discussion and learning around that book. So we have a lot of things kind of going on right now. So one of the things we did was, my mom is kind of an artist, and we made our decorations have life-size penguins. So we picked 6 different species of penguins and put them in our library so kids could just kind of compare their size to penguins around the world. We'll be learning about different penguins, where they are, and comparing those penguins to different bird species. Our first grade is hatching chickens right now, and then we're hatching ducks in the library. They hopefully will arrive in 17 days. We have those left, and then so we'll just obviously do some things with that. We'll be reading a lot of books that have to do with penguins, and then we'll do a culminating activity at the end to just celebrate the book and what we learned. We'll learn a lot of new vocabulary together. We'll dig into different themes in the book about characters' personalities and just their adventures that they go on. One of the things that we know as teachers is just the power of a read aloud, and how read alouds really bring our classrooms together and build community. And so really one of the most powerful things together is having kids sit at our feet, reading a book, and enjoying that book together. And the kids will come and we'll be talking about, oh, what just happened with Mr. Popper? What do you think is gonna happen next? Even last week when we were getting ready to do our launch, we had some surprise clues that would be coming across. And just to hear the conversations and to have a shared experience together around a book is really powerful. And then to go home and maybe have that connection with a book that they'll also read with their families and do that. We just hope that kids learn to love reading, and that it can be something you can do together as a family and a community.